Howdy folks, James here again. I'm going to do something that I've never done before. Well, I've degaussed magnets before, but I've never used this. So the goal of today is to degauss the magnets in these humbuckers and to different levels and take some readings of them to standardize that and compare the sound. Now, typically how I do that is with a machine over there that is it's what you call a brute force magnet charger. Actually, it uses electromagnets, and if I place them in it and set it up just right, I can charge them fully and then knock them back. And that is the goal. You don't want to charge a magnet partially. Say a magnet's max saturated Gauss is 1,000. It's not a number we're going to work with, but just say it is for the heck of it. If you want it to reach 700, rather than having it start at 0 or neutral or whatever, and you charge it up to 700, which leaves it in a state where it's highly likely to become weakened, what you do is you charge it fully and then you knock it back to 700 with a reverse charge in the appropriate amount. And that actually makes it highly stable at 700. So I don't know if that applies to all magnets or just AlNiCo. Now, here's the thing. This is a tape head demagnetizer that you would use for cleaning, say, like an Otari or a TIAC or whatever. Or, I use it on Echo Plexus, and I'll use it on the Space Echo I got. And it is a mess with a broken rubber band. It is a electromagnet, an AC powered electromagnet, so oscillating curve, and the pole piece extends out to here. Now, I don't know, are you actually supposed to take that off? I suppose there probably are instructions. Oh, look, it actually is made by TIAC. This is I thought it was a Radio Shack unit, but probably is. Same thing. I've never tried using this on guitar pickups. I don't know if this is going to be strong enough to degauss a pickup through the pole pieces and into the magnet below it. But we're going to find out. And in order to find out, we're going to have to take some Gauss readings on these pickups. Now, there's a side effect that could happen with this tape head demagnetizer, and that is I could cause horrible screeching sounds through the amplifier, which is turned on next to me, or this camera phone right here. I could absolutely wreck the phone. That's why I can't do the big brute force charger on the camera, because it would absolutely destroy it. I have to be very careful not to use this hand. If I'm charging a magnet, I have to reach from afar with this one and hold the other one far away to keep this away from it. I don't think it would survive. And I've broken some things and credit cards and whatever, that's just life playing with magnets. Okay. All right, let's see what these read. I guess I'm going to read them at string level. That seems so inefficient. Even just reading them at the pole screws is inefficient, but oh yeah, I don't like this at all. It's such a low reading. How can I do this better? See, just moving the pickup makes a significant difference at that point. I might have to take this out of here. But I love my handy dandy little jig. It's so nice for doing exactly what I'm not doing today. I could take the pickups out. That wouldn't be the dumbest thing I've ever done. I don't think I can get it that close on this one. I really wanted to do it in the guitar. All right, I'm going to try and just use these readings. So So I'm pressing this down all the way so the strings are touching the pickup, and I'm getting 90, well, negative 90, because I'm measuring the south side. That's what that means. And on this one, I'm getting negative 110. I better write that down. All right, now I'm going to plug this in and fire it up. And I'll tell you what's going to happen here. If I fry my phone, obviously I won't be able to finish this video. I'll probably have a very peaceful and relaxing day tomorrow. I'll enjoy my Sunday. If I fry my phone, I'm not going to go running around looking for a new one. Like, not right away. So, I'm not going to do that on purpose, but I'm also going to enjoy the benefits of being forced to not have a phone for a little bit if that happens. Okay, let me try it over here. Okay, so far I think everything's okay. Let's put it right on the meter and see what it does. It's AC, so yeah, this doesn't read AC Gauss. Okay. I'm just going to tap it on each pull screw for a second. See if that does anything. I'm thinking not, just by how little I feel it pulling. Yeah, it's still basically exactly the same. Okay, that's not going to do anything, so that was a colossal waste of time, but a cool idea. Maybe I shouldn't give up so easy. So with a tape head, you want to put it on there, magnetize it, and then pull it away slow. So let's do that. Let's get it right on there. You do it a couple times, really. So all right, let's see if that did anything. No, it did not. I'm getting exactly the same reading. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the old traditional way and do these over on the brute force charger. Sorry, I got to turn the phone off for this part. It'll wreck my phone. Okay, well, I decided to live recklessly but not foolishly. I realized I did not take a baseline recording of the guitar before I start knocking the magnets back. And what a disaster that would have been. Okay, so now we will do just exactly that. I'm not going to do a million levels of volume and tone on this either, but we'll do a couple. All right, this is all tens. Now we can, I think we can live recklessly. I have repositioned my charger to an area where I can still reach it from this room, but it's not so close as to ensure the certain death of my phone, just the possible death of my phone. Okay, so take the magnets out. Now, let's take a little reading off of this one. This is what this little jig is actually for. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing there. let's just do a measure in the center. Which is kind of low on this magnet. Maybe because I was messing with it. 499. Here, I'm going to try the tape head demagnetizer. And let's hope it's not a watch destroyer. And we'll see if we can do it right on here. I feel something there. I'm writing down the baseline. All right. Oh, I've seemingly charged it. I wonder if I could have done this through the back of the pickups. Yeah, okay, it's gonna either not work or be inconsistent. It's a terrible way to do it. I thought it was a cool idea. It is a cool idea. It's a bad idea. Okay. Okay, I seem to have lost my little spacers that I use for this, which might leave this too weak to go on. I guess not. 378. No, I think that's fine. Guess I could probably leave those pole screws loose for this whole test because I'm not really going to be cranking anything to feedback. Not the pole screws, but the bobbin mounting screws. Okay, let's get a... Oh, this one wants to stick. Okay, let's get a baseline on that guy. Just do right in the center. 499. Awfully close to the last one. Okay, knock it back. 52. Don't know if we're going to hear a meaningful difference on this, honestly. Some of degaussing is in feel. So the first step, you're probably not going to hear it as much as you would feel it when playing. But we'll see. Okay, now let's do it. Tens. I'm just kind of curious about the feel. Yeah, I didn't pay any attention to the feel of it before in the initial test, so I don't know. Let's keep going. Degauss them some more. All right, let's see what this one's at now. Oh yeah, it took you back quite a bit. I don't imagine we're going to go much further than this. Now, I have seen magnets that are fairly weak. $183. That's all it is. Now we're less than half of what the initial saturated charge was at this point. That's a hefty amount of degaussing. Very hefty. This one wants to get tight at the end. Okay, and let's get a reading on this one. Meter's going off. Boy, that is low. 156. Now, because of the way I am, each time I go over to the charger, I am fully charging the magnet, and then I'm reversing it and charging it to a lesser extent in the opposite direction, which is knocking it back. So I'm giving it a full charge in the initial, north to slugs direction. Then I'm giving it a much lesser charge in the reverse direction, which is knocking that back. So I'm not just continuing to knock it back, and I'm also not demagnetizing it and then just partially charging it. So even though these are very low readings, they are very stable low readings. Okay, I'm gonna do the thing again. Alrighty, all tens. Again, I'm kind of interested in the feel. See if I can feel anything. They're feeling really spongy. The last time was like, are they? This time was 2 notes in. It's like, oh yeah. Okay, that is really low, but let's limbo. How low can you go, right? I mean, eventually they're not going to make any sound because they won't be magnets, they'll be iron bars. And you'll just be left with whatever residual magnetic field remains in the ferric steel parts of the pickup, which could be an amount. I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna do it. I was thinking about doing something different, but no, let's not mess with the test. Okay, let's do it again. Take it down more. Okay, this has got to be like 60 or something. Oh, 126. That's actually a lot more than I thought. All right, we're going to the center. 122. And that's at 7/8. Okay. So we're at 122 right now. Remembering for reference that this one started at 489. And this bridge one started at 499. Very close. Previous reading on the neck was 183. And the current reading on this is 156. And I'm about to go knock it back now. And this one's current reading in the neck is 122. So let's go knock this guy back. Okay. Also, I should say, as I'm reading these, 90, let's get it right in the center. 99. As I'm reading these magnets each time, including the first time, they are going to read artificially high slightly. And that is just the nature of charging these magnets. When you first charge them, they read artificially high and then fall into what I have deemed the term, and it seems to have been accepted by the industry, settled saturation, which is after it sits for a little bit, it drops just a little. How much depends on the magnet. And that's your settled. So, but it doesn't matter. For the case of what we're doing here, it doesn't matter because all of the readings were freshly saturated. So the relativity between them is the same. We just know that, tomorrow it's going to be a little lower. It doesn't matter at all for the test. And it's not that much. You're not talking like 20% or anything. It's a little bit. In the case of these already weak A2 magnets, it's not 20%. I know that. Okay. It's fire time. Let's go. All right. Field test. Man, I wish you guys could understand how that feels different. Do we want to go lower? Yeah, I guess we'll go another notch lower. I mean, it's ridiculously low, but let's go down and do the limbo. going to take them both over there and do them at once, but I'm going to mark which is which so I don't get them mixed up. Okay, here we go. Oh, time to take readings. Okay, 40 is a silly low. This will be the last one. No one should go so low. It's unheard of. And this guy is reading looks like 49. Okay. Last one, folks. Let's do it. Bridge 10s. Okay. Not much left here. kind of like playing through an old compressor, like an optical LA2 or something, but with without the delay. It's very immediate but squishy. I know that sounds backwards. It's very different. All right. Okay, I don't know if we'll have to go back and do a little comparison to really see if there's much difference. I feel a difference for sure. I think that they've gotten quieter, maybe a little brighter, but that could be misleading. It might be that they've just gotten thinner, kind of like the burst buckers. They're not really brighter, and that they have a lot of treble because they have very little high-end treble. They just lopped all the top and the bottom frequencies off and left them thin, which comes across as bright in a lot of guitar amps that don't have treble, or speakers that can't reproduce treble anyway. Okay, alright. See ya. Good night.